We are off. Welcome to Forks and Knives versus Myrol, a group stage match of the Portal Inbounds tournament. My name is Sushi. I'm going to be your commentator here at Speed Gaming 1. And yeah, if you haven't seen a game of Portal before, I will try to walk you through it a bit. I have played the game a bit myself, but for right now, it's not too much to talk about as we are kind of stuck in this vault for 57 seconds. If you ever played Portal, you're doing yourself a disservice. Go play it right now. Truly is a classic. Valve, back when they made single-player games, they were quite good at it, but fortunately we don't get that experience nowadays. Of course, this is Inbounds. That might be like a weird category name. Why not just any percent? However, trust me, this still has a lot of glitches to it, and I feel like anyone looking at this might think it's a little sketchy, but there's a lot to it. So the first major glitch we'll have, which you'll see our players use right off the vault, is going to be accelerated backwards hopping. Essentially, Forks has his Twitch name on his radio. That's actually quite humorous, but you'll see it right here. Oh, going for OOBSG Forks Knives. There's a lot of things happening right now, but firstly, accelerated backwards hopping. Essentially, there used to be a glitch called bunny hopping, where if you jump forward, you'd continuously gain speed. And to patch that, Valve changed the source engine so that you get negative speed once you start jumping in order to level out the normal speed. However, if we are jumping backwards and we get negative speed, it just continues adding up. So that's why we'll go really fast. There are also variants of this called AFH and ASH, forward and sideways. However, both of our players successfully getting a button save glitch. Is one of the many ways we will be using our saving and loading mechanics at the speedrun. Essentially, if we use a physics object and we hold it, and then we look at a 90-degree angle away from it, we can essentially have it push us off the button while we're saving and loading. And because of that, the game actually still thinks we're on the button, even though while we're saving and loading, no time was passing in the game, and the radio actually pushed us off our calculated position. So the door will stay open, and it saves about 13 seconds in game time. Of course, Portal, like most PC games, uses game time, so how that goes here. And here, coming into chamber 02, we will get our portal gun. We'll see our first example of the save glitch. By getting up on an edge and saving and loading, as Myrol and Forks are now doing, you're able to get in this glitch state that we call a save glitch state. Essentially, your camera and your body are separated, so while it looks like our players are shooting into the floor of the elevator, and they're somehow skipping an elevator ride, their camera actually comes out of the orange portal, and they shot into an observatory room, and then into the next chamber. These save glitches do get quite complicated, as they do warp your camera as well as your position. As you'll see in chamber 4 here, both of our players will be save glitching on this edge, and then walking to the door, as the game thinks our actual position is back where the orange portal is, and not where the blue portal is. And when we walk to the fizzler, our position resets. So it's quite nifty. We definitely abuse this a lot in the speedrun. So it's quite nice to see. I just changed audio when they changed position. That's funny. It's okay. Here at the end of chambers 4 and 5, we actually have a lot of time to play around because the chamber will not progress. The elevator will not progress until until GLaDOS has finished her dialogue. So when she stops enhancing the truth, we'll be off into the next test chamber. And chamber 6 and chamber 7, probably the most pure chambers of Inbounds. No save glitching, just some cool jumps. Here's where they like to teach us energy orbs, which are a pretty cool mechanic from a puzzle standpoint, but from a speedrun standpoint, we don't even use them. We use them once in the glitchless run, so yeah. Speaking of cool flings, here's a really cool one in chamber 7. It's actually quite easy to do, but yeah, what puzzle. Now we'll see here in chamber 8, we're going to have one interesting trick coming up that probably both of our players will attempt, which is called ABH overdue. Using the ABH glitch that we've now seen for about 4.5 minutes, our players are going to try to basically skip the entire puzzle by jumping on a panel. Just a fluid ABH can make it over that goo, but both of our players aren't even going to be attempting it, so That's unfortunate. Regardless, they both jump off that little block on the side of the chamber, so they're able to still skip the puzzle nonetheless. Chamber 9, the impossible chamber. We're gonna see here, it's actually possible to shoot a portal under that door, halfway on the door, or halfway on each side of the door. If you shoot it perfectly centered, it actually can get incinerated, but our players are very well conditioned to shooting it not in the wrong place, so. Our players are actually pretty close right now, and one thing that could increase this gap is called a trick called door launcher in Chamber 10, where if you get frame perfect AFHs and you slant boost off of the door, as Forks and Knives attempted here. Let's see if Myrol will get it. Oh, he's actually gonna edge bug there. Very unfortunate, but it's a very hard trick that probably has like a 5% consistency rate for almost every player, where you can slant off of the door and skip the sequence of the panel coming out of the wall. It looks really cool. It's also basically luck, but you know. But here's where the speedrun gets really broken as we go into 11-12. Nice double AFH from Forks and Knives. You're going to get the dual portal gun. And with the dual portal gun, we have full control over our save glitches. As you can see, Forks and Knives here going crazy. Apparently this is Chamber 12. I don't know where it is. Myrol here is actually struggling with the AFH to the portal gun, but he's eventually going to get it. But yes, essentially, now that we have the dual portal gun, we're able to save glitch on virtually any edge we can find. So almost every chamber for the rest of the run is going to have some variant of the save glitch. That's here in Chamber 13.
Now that you are in control of both portals,
not bad from Forks and Knives. He's definitely cruising through this one.
Long time.
But yes, again, to reiterate, the save glitch is a glitch that essentially, for layman's terms, separates your camera from your body. So even though it looks like we're arbitrarily shooting into walls, we're actually doing a lot of weird stuff behind the scenes. Here's Chamber 14. It's actually quite cool. Just a cute little fling. Not too hard if you want to go boot up the game yourself.
Must be informed that they may be informed of applicable regulatory compliance issues. No further compliance information is
synced up in
required.
the elevators. Two different elevators, of course, but both elevators.
The Enrichment Center is committed to
Forks and Knives here, going for the fast 15 save glitch.
and brief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for helping us help you help
And
us all.
very fast he is, as he's going to succeed in that one. Definitely has a sizable lead over Myrol here, but however, the next chamber, 16, can definitely screw it up for you, as 16 and 17 are probably the two hardest chambers in the current inbounds route, as they revolve around preserving a turret through the chambers. Essentially, every chamber, every turret in Chamber 16 has the name of Cube or something like that, but regardless, only in Chamber 16 will turrets activate buttons. And we can actually skip a section in Chamber 17 if we go into the map with save glitch and with a turret. So that's what our players are going to try to set up, as Forks and Knives put this turret below the elevator. He's going to pull off a save glitch, sneak a portal under the elevator, very nicely done, first try. And now in the next, in Chamber 17, he's going to be able to access that turret, and he also has save glitch state, so he's going to be able to do a jump through glass. And he's going to skip about 10 seconds of this chamber. First try from Forks and Knives. This is a very nice run. Oh, but that physics object is struggling a bit. Regardless, he's going to get it. Now it's Myrol's turn. Of course, playing from behind here, so every mistake does count for him. Does get the portal on the elevator. That trick is actually quite precise, so. Yeah, Forks and Knives not happy with that 17, but it's the 17 he's going to get, so. He has to deal with it. Myrol's turn for Chamber 17. Going to get under the elevator with the turret. Looking to be a little bit faster than Forks and Knives, but so a bit behind. 18 save glitch from Forks.
That you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
Oh, struggling with that last portal. Where is it? Finally finds it.
Be advised that the next test requires exposure to uninsulated.
About, I'd say, a 20-second gap between these runners right now, going into the escapes. The last 4 chambers of the game. These are probably the hardest to execute. They're very fast-paced, of course. Once Forks exits this elevator, we will have no more elevators for the brief, like, 2 more minutes of the game, so. We're gonna see here a LAG or large angle glitch from Forks and Knives with that slanted panel over there. Basically, if you jump through it in a weird way, the game thinks you're stuck, so it pushes you back to the portal, and the game gets very confused. So it's essentially a wrong warp. He's gonna do another one again here with the same slanted panel, which should bring him right to the end of the map. Very nicely done from Forks and Knives. That trick is very challenging. And he's gonna be going for the EO1 save glitch. Oh boy. This trick is very challenging. Oh, and he's gonna fall through the floor there. This is giving Myrol some time to look up as he's looking at his LAGs, but Forks and Knives is gonna get it. Myrol's also gonna get double lag. Yeah, Forks and Knives definitely struggling on that EOO, but he will get to the end of it. Yeah, Forks is actually having a very nice run here. It's going to take a lot for Myrol to catch up. Definitely some good plays from Myrol and some misplay from Forks and Knives, but EO1 would definitely be a place for it to happen, as this save glitch that Forks is doing is probably one of the hardest in the game. Next to the EOO save glitch he attempted before, but that's very nicely done. I think Forks here might actually be on PB pace if he can do these acute angle glitches fast. Acute angle glitches, of course. It's another version of the wrong warp of the large angle glitch, of course, predictable, but oh, and he's gonna get both of them first try. Forks and Knives here. He has to collect these cores, and I think he's on a PB run. The time to beat here is 11:23. Forks and Knives collecting these cores like his life depends on it. Myrol here too, just entering EO2. Edge glitch onto the incinerator for Forks and Knives. Gonna put the cores through. If all those cores land, struggling with the last one, Forks! 11:21, a new PB for Forks and Knives, coming out swinging in game one. What a run! That is incredible. You see here, Myrol is actually struggling getting these cores. And Myrol here too isn't even on a terrible pace himself. He's gonna be within 10 seconds of his PB, I think. 11:50 from Myrol, 7 seconds off of his PB. Ladies and gentlemen, this is some of the best it gets. That is quite the match. Congrats to Forks and Knives. And he's gonna go up one game in the set, of course, best of 3. So we'll see how this next game can fare, of course. Anything can happen. But yeah, that is a personal best from Forks and Knives with 2 seconds. That is actually going to put him one spot higher in the leaderboards. He's going to bop Finzi there for 7th place. Very nicely done. That is quite the race.
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture 2 link portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact.
And some pre-game practice for Myrol. He's probably a little bit annoyed on how that race turned out. When Forks is playing that on that level, it's so hard. I mean, that's just incredible, coming out game 1 with a 2-second PB. How can you combat that as Myrol? And for Forks here, you're riding off such a powerful win in what is considered probably a very hard matchup for him.
Has been modified so that it can now manufacture 2 linked portals at once. As part of an optional protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combine.
We should have game 2 start any moment now, once our runners finish setting up and practicing.
As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable valuable than
Yeah, some 11-12 for Myrol. It's definitely a hard chamber. He messed it up in his PB in that turn quite a bit. Might have even come the PB, but thankfully Forx was able to make those not make those mistakes your Myrol did. But regardless, we are back in the vault. 57 seconds of pure shenanigans here. Forks and Knives up 1-0 in the set. We'll see if that trend will continue and Forks will continue to pummel Myrol, or will Myrol come back and get us a game 3? We will see. Time will tell. Both of our players going for the robust vault, staring at the wall at various angles. I see. Two very different angles for these runners. This is, wow, invigorating. Oh, that's the way language works. Forks and Knives opting to break the cup and the clipboard, grabbing the radio. He wants you to follow him on that Twitch link. Look at him. Oh yeah. Myrol now, waking up from his nap. Our player is ready to hop into 0001. Forks went for the OOBSG last time. Let's see if he has any luck with it this time. Already fumbling the radio. And he's gonna have the radio get trapped behind that door, going for cube throw. Both players actually just placing the radio, and Myrol off to an early lead off of movement. We'll have to see it.
This aperture science material emancipation grid will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance,
Into chamber 01. The more important BSG, this one saves about 13 seconds of in-game time. Of course, we do save load quite a bit, so in real time, you can't have us stuck on the stream, but both Myrol and Forks destroying that button.
Heavy-duty super colliding super button.
And looks like we'll be going to 0203 with no problems.
You're doing very well. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the aperture science material emancipation.
Alright, Myrol and Forks here. We're gonna see. Last race, the trend was they were generally around 5 seconds between each other until chamber 11-12 very much separated them, but we'll see how it fares this time, as Forks is coming off hot, and even Myrol is not in a bad state at all. 02 save glitch. This one can be quite challenging, especially for a race setting. It's one you like to rush a lot for both of our players. It's just have to get these peaks now. And Myrol is going to come out to an early lead for sure. This is looking promising for a game 3. Then again, we have about 10 minutes to go, so I would keep my mouth shut.
Welcome to test chamber 4. You're doing
Back into 04. Same save glitch, same door that we phased through. Very nice movement from Myrol. And also from Forks and Knives, right into the elevator. Looks good. Feels good. Myrol's movement is truly mesmerizing. For those who don't know, I believe Myrol plays on a very low sensitivity, so it's quite interesting when you take that account into his gameplay. But, of course, whatever works for any player. You can play for controller, it still works. Not recommended, but and already a decent lead for Myrol already over these first couple of maps. We'll see how this lead continues, or gets discontinued here. Well, looks to be playing on point with his movement especially. Very much outclassing Forks here.
Please be careful. Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However,
Chamber 7 going smoothly for Myrol, and should be the same for Forks. Very nicely done. Nothing too catastrophic for these runners yet, however. The run is still young.
Please note that we have
So we'll see how it turns out. Myrol's not attempting ABH overdue. Forx did not attempt ABH overdue. I am very disappointed in both of these runners.
Good luck.
My PB doesn't even have ABH
Very
overdue,
impressive.
but I'm
Please
still
note that
disappointed.
any appearance of danger is merely a device to
Regardless, that
enhance
block
the
on the
testing
side of the
experience.
chamber is going to do wonders for them to get to that end.
The
And we'll see how the impossible chamber works out for them. Myrol, nice movement. So nice to see.
No attempt to solve
In and out, right underneath the door. Forx here. Same story. Oh, struggling a bit to get back over, but we'll do it in the end. Of course, Myrol here is actually picking up quite a bit of time on these early chambers.
Hello again. To reiterate,
We'll see here, chamber 10. We did not get to see a door launch attempt, and Myrol doesn't even attempt it. He just keeping his eyes on the prize. He knows early game is good, doesn't want any shenanigans. I get it.
does not.
Forx didn't go for it either. I don't think he had the momentum, the speed, but Myrol definitely ahead out of the single portal gun section. However, 11-12 was the separator last time. Let's see how this works. Myrol, AFH. Oh! Second try. Right onto the save glitch spot for him. Forx is actually going to mess it up too on his first attempt. Second try is going to be the charm there. 11-12 save glitch for Myrol. That mid-match practice paid off. Now this was the chamber that separated them last time. And it just looks like Myrol's going to be keeping his lead out of it. Both making fairly sizable mistakes with that first movement to the platform. However, at the end of the day, the lead persists for Myrol.
This next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out. An intubation
Yeah, very good run now for actually Myrol.
revive you with peptic
This is
salve and
very back and
adrenaline.
forth between the last game. I swear to God, like last game, it was the exact same kind of lead, but with the name switched. So it's very nice to see these players kind of trade places, you know, it's just that close. Chamber 14 going swimmingly for both players. You hate to see players messing up Chamber 14. Alright, now we're getting to more of these advanced save glitches. Chamber 15. Here's where these mistakes can start adding up, and even completely failing a save glitch can occur. It will probably result in a lead change.
Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
Oh, Myrol, he clearly did not find the original portal he was looking for, but was able to recover. He's clearly done that mistake before. And Forx, again, 15 save glitches, no problem for him. However, 16-17, this is where, we want to say, this is where the lead might change. With these two runners very close, about 5 seconds apart, I want to say. Going into this next chamber. Save glitch. Going well for Myrol. Now we'll see how the turret preserve goes. Knocking that boy to the ground. Putting him in the elevator. Now just has to do the save glitch. Forx himself. Doing well so far. Portal under the elevator for Myrol. First try. Ladies and gentlemen, Myrol. Forx and I struggling with that turret. Gonna put him onto the elevator. Save glitched for him. Portal under the elevator. First try. 16. Not catching any of our runners sleeping. Myrol. Oh, he reloaded the save. However, third try for that jump. That'll definitely give Forx some time to catch up if he gets it. But no, he's gonna shoot that portal early too. Fall through the floor. His muscle memory timing must be off here. He's really struggling in Chamber 17. Oh no! Forxandknives! Chamber 17 will finally get it. Sees that turret in sight. Chamber 17, of course, didn't go out well for him last time. This time, going for the turret BSG. Second try gets it for the style. But this is a very large lead for Myrol actually now. He's definitely going into Chamber 18. Has quite the lead. So we'll see how that'll serve him, of course, as there are still many challenging chambers to come.
That you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
See, I think he might be a little bit nervous. He's definitely taking the safe glitch slow, and he actually can't find that portal right now. Where is it? Myrol He sees it just for a split second and finally will get it, losing quite a bit of time there. Yeah, Forks definitely with a more solid chamber 18. Both are kind of struggling to find this last portal, but it happens. It definitely happens. Going to escapes, this is definitely still a race. Again, the stakes here, if Myrol loses, Forks and Knives will win this match 2-0. But if Myrol wins, we'll be going to a game 3. And this is still the group stage, so I don't believe this match determines anyone's stake in the tournament. However, a win would be nice for other players. And Myrol, missing up Loch Ness Monster. Oh, they're even now! That mistake from Myrol cost a lot of time. He did not quick save at the start of the map. And first try for Forks. Myrol is now playing comeback game. Let's see how the second lag goes for both these players. Forks and Knives both got it first try last time, if I recall correctly. Forks and Knives is going to get it. Myrol here taking his time. And will get it too. This is still a race going to the escapes. Mere seconds separate these runners. And Forks and Knives here, he's going for the EO1 save glitch, but he's actually messing it up quite a bit before he's even gotten to saving load. Myrol, fast piston, EOO, portaling his way to victory. Forks and Knives here, he's definitely taking this EO1 save glitch slow. He cannot afford to mess this up. A messed up save glitch can result in a loss here. And he's actually going to mess up that last portal. He's struggling to place it. Myrol here back onto the lead, going to EO1. Forks and Knives, he cannot find this timing to place this portal. He's finally going to get it. But has the damage been done? EO1 for Myrol. Portal peak into the save glitch. Still, seconds apart. Any mistake can do it in here for either runner. EO1 save glitch. This is not the easiest thing to do for either runner. The stakes are quite high. Myrol. Couple portals left. Is he out of bounds? He has to reload. Oh no, Forks is back in the lead. What is happening? And Forks here is going to pick off where Myrol left off. He's going to take the lead going to EO2. What is this race? Finally going to get it, Myrol. But has the damage been done? Forks and Knives, he's showing us what's happening. He's failing the AAG. Second try's not working out. Myrol has the opportunity to catch up here. He's going to get it. Forks and Knives is going to get it too. Our runner's almost synced up in real time. Acute angle glitch, that wrong warp state coming in. Myrol's going to miss it. Forks is going to get it. And just the course here in Forks. He looks like he's going to take it. Of course, shooting the turret, having the turret shoot glass that we preserve, is going to do the same damage as the rockets for the boss fight. But let's see here. Unless a core shows Forks here, he has opted. Oh, that purple core is going to do it to him for an 11:49 and 11:54. Wow, that was a race right until the end. But Forks and Knives is going to take it. 2-0. That is incredible. Wow. What a race. Of course, only about 20 seconds apart from the first one. Forks and Knives did finish the first race with a PB. Myrol's times are fairly consistent between both of them. Only 4 seconds apart. That is incredible, to say the least. But yeah, that is going to the end of today's race. A 2-0 for Forks and Knives. And we're actually joined by the winner here. Forks, how are you doing, dude?
I'm doing pretty good. Felt I did really good on those 2 runs.
Yeah, I just want to clarify something. The first run was a PB, right?
It was, by like 2 seconds, yeah.
That's amazing. What are your overall thoughts on that first run, that PB run?
I didn't really expect that. I started doing runs this morning. I was doing really bad. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that good. But, you know, that happened, so.
It's got flipped on its head, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
The second run, too, was definitely not bad at all. But what are your thoughts on that run?
That run, I don't know. I'm like okay with like just anything under sub 12. Really. I didn't really know where my time saves were because, you know, I got a PB. Like, it's just a little confusing for me, but I think I still did good.
Yeah, playing against new splits can be quite a journey and experience. Nonetheless, you did win a 2-0, not a very convincing 2-0 because Myrol, of course, very good opponent. What were your thoughts coming into this match, playing Myrol?
Well, when the tournament first started, I never thought that I would beat him. I wouldn't even think I would beat CRISPR, who was the second seed. But like I just got really good, really fast. So I thought I had like a decent chance of beating him.
Well, you clearly showed that decent chance today. Yeah. Definitely. I believe group is actually quite loaded. It showed a lot of the improvement between all the players, I believe. Yeah, at the start, Myrol was the only person in the group with a sub 12, but you, CRISPR, and Valve, or does Valve have a sub 12? I'm
not sure. I think it's really close to 1 though.
But yeah, it's a very stacked group in talent now as the tournament has been progressing. But yeah, I want to ask a question because I know the first race was quite a convincing one. You know, of course, you PB'd, you played pretty much out of your mind, and Myrol actually played very well too. I believe it was around an 11:50. But I don't know if you were watching the stream. Do you know how close that second race was?
I wasn't watching the stream, but after I finished my race, I hopped on. It was about like 5 seconds close at the end. I saw. I didn't really see like the middle of the run or whatever.
Yeah, well, just to put in perspective for you, I believe Myrol was ahead going to Chamber 19. He failed Loch Ness Monster, putting you ahead. You were messing up EO0 save glitch, putting Myrol ahead. Myrol had to reload EO1 save glitch, putting you ahead. And then EO2, both of you were equally failing AAGs, and it was a lot for me.
That's insane.
Sure, yeah.
I gotta watch the VOD now.
Definitely a good watch nonetheless, but yeah. Regardless, congrats on the win. Do you have anything to say? I don't know. Was this your last match for your group stage?
It was. Yeah.
So I believe you're going 5-0, yeah?
Yep.
That's quite the achievement coming out the 1 seed. Of course, and with that new PB, you actually just beat Fincy, putting you 7th on leaderboards. Yeah. It's also quite the achievement. So, Forks, you're a player to look out for going into the bracket. Definitely progressed a lot with this tournament. Of course, although we are not joined by Myrol, you should also follow him and Forks on Twitch. You could also follow me too. Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping this up shortly. Of course, this tournament is hosted on Speed Gaming. They have like 19 channels, dude. Like, they have Speed Gaming, the one you're on right now, and then Speed Gaming 2 through 6. You should follow all of those. If you speak languages like Spanish, French, or German, they also have those channels for the native languages. You should check out those ones too. For Portal Inbounds, in about 2.5 hours, we're going to have another match, Ramil vs. Msushi on Speed Gaming 4, so if you're interested in more Portal, you can check that up. Also, coming up on this channel in about half an hour, we're going to have a link to the past fall qualifier for the fall season. So make sure, definitely Speed Gaming's prestigious speed game here is linked to the past. So definitely something I check out if you haven't seen any at all. Definitely worth the hype. Qualifiers, of course, so not quite the real deal, but worth watching nonetheless. And of course, speedgaming.org/schedule will give you all that good stuff for all of the channels. They have it all, like Portal, Celeste, Sonic Adventure Battle, Link to the Past all the time. They have so much good speed gaming, speed running stuff on this channel. It's crazy. Check it out. But a good 2-0 victory today for Forks. My name is Msushi. I'm commentating. Make sure you follow people, and I hope everyone has a great Monday.